Oh, hi. This is part 2 of how I packed for a couple days in Florida for a work conference. If you missed part 1, you can just go to my feed. It'll be the one right before this. But in that video, I went over everything that was in my personal item. Now I'm just going to show you how I packed all my toiletries. And if you've seen some of my travel videos before, there is some new stuff in this one. Okay, I'm going to start with my favorite new thing, and that is this Cowpack travel case. I have been eyeing this for a very, very long time. I was always very interested in it, but I never pulled the trigger because I thought it was kind of pricey, and I thought certainly I can find a better option. Well, I think I'm going to have to stand corrected because this thing is amazing. Okay, so this is what I used as my clear liquids bag today. I know I'm going to get questions about that because it is definitely bigger than the quart size bag that they tell you about. I have pre-check. And this did not raise an eyebrow at all, and it's obviously bigger than just your Ziploc bag. So if you haven't seen this before, let me just give you a really quick overview. So it's got 2 zippers. It opens flat like this, and then there is a zipper compartment on each side. One of the things I realized is that the zipper compartments don't actually have to lay flat. Like, this one is flat, but this one has some things that are sticking up. And so on this side, I actually have 2 layers of products. So I have all of those in the back and then these on top. And then this is just a single layer because that's like all I needed. Okay, so this comes in a couple of different sizes. This is the small. I can't remember the name of the color. It might be like space blue or something like that. I can't remember, but I will link it in ShopMy so you'll know exactly which one it is. All right, so why do I like this so much? So it definitely holds more than the clear liquids bag. I also think it just looks really nice. It's a little more elevated. The other thing is that if you need it to lay flat in your suitcase, you could absolutely open it up and lay it flat like that. Or if you're going to put it in your personal bag, you could also open it up and use it this way. So I think that's a really cool feature. Okay, the next thing is my old lady pill case. So this is like an upgrade to the ones that your parents have that have AM, PM, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This has the exact same thing. They just come in these really cute little individual cases, and you've got morning and night. Okay, one of the nice things about this is if you wanted to, you could just take a couple of these if you weren't going to be gone a whole week. And you could just take a couple of those and throw those in your bag. I tend to take this whole case because I just got in the habit of doing that. I'll also tell you, pro tip, I despise putting my medication in this. It drives me crazy. And if I had to do it every week, I would lose my mind. So I actually have 3 of these, and I do 3 weeks at a time. And it makes it a little more manageable so I don't feel like I'm constantly refilling this. Okay, so this is another new item. It's the first time I've traveled with it. I got this off of the TikTok shop, and it's kind of like neoprene, and it's a hot hair tools travel kit. And I used to travel with like my curling iron, my straightener, whatever it was, and would roll it up in a hotel towel. Don't tell anybody. When it was hot, if I was packing and leaving and it was still hot. I'm not going to have to do that anymore because of this little bag. So this thing holds a ton. So if I open it up, you can see it's got my like Bondi curling brush in there. That's a heated curling brush. I put it in there hot this morning after I used it. I've got a round brush. I've got my detangler brush. And I have a hair clip. I have, this is dry shampoo. It's a powder shampoo. And it started to make a little bit of a mess. So I just threw it in here. There also are, and I didn't do this because I ran out of time this morning, but there are little compartments along the side here where you could put bobby pins and hair ties and things like that. So this I found very handy, and it just sort of sat on one side of my suitcase, and I think I like it. Okay, and then this is the other thing that I used on this trip. This is like the catch-all for everything that is not in that clear liquids pouch or in that hair tool bag. I've talked about this before. I love this because it holds so much, yet it's super compact. I mean, it's still big, but like it's smaller than a lot of the ones I've used before. It has a little hook so you can hang it somewhere in your bathroom. And then it's got 3 different sections. So it's got this mesh pocket here. It's got 2 individual pockets here. There's also a zipper here, so I'm going to save that in just a second. And then it's got this clear, and this is actually detachable. So if you didn't need that, you could take that off. My favorite thing is this that I was talking about. You can get to it from the inside, but you can also get to it from the outside, and it's this mesh pouch, and this is what all my makeup goes in. So I live out of this at home too. I pull it out of my drawer every morning, and this is where my makeup lives, and that way I'm not repacking every time I have to go on a trip. This is very reasonably priced. I have it linked in my Amazon storefront, but I will also link it over in ShopMy. Okay, so that's it. So when I get home from this conference, I'm actually leaving town the next day to go out of the country for a few days, and I'm going to have to change some of this stuff up just due to different regulations. And so I'll be sure to film a video and sort of show you what I changed for that trip. But for now, I think that's it. Okay, bye.